Hello and good evening, everybody. This is Sunaina. I'm back once again into my spiritual astrology, and today I have decided and been called upon. Why do I say decided? I don't know, but I have been called upon to do the reading for the sign of Aries for their month of February 2019, guys. Okay, Aries. I'll talk about the cards later on. My table is full of cards, and I don't know what it is all about it, but you can see it later when I get into the reading. But let me give you some important news that would be your highlight for the year 2019, guys, and that's your spiritual planet, um, Neptune, which is in your 12th house of spiritualism, has been sitting there for many years and will be sitting there for many more years to come. Okay, Aries. Now, which means that most of you guys, Aries, if you already haven't started your spiritual progress, you will be starting it very soon. Okay. And those of you who are already in the spiritual path, you all are making good progress because Neptune is the planet of your transcendence, which means Neptune gives you the ability to rise above and beyond all earthly conditions and circumstances. And you are able to see things from a higher and broader perspective. Okay, that's what Neptune does to you. Now, in general, or generally speaking, this might not seem a lot of achievement, but if you ask me, it's a very powerful achievement, Aries. To me, it's like looking at things from a satellite, which is orbiting the Earth, rather than from sitting inside a car and looking at a flat landscape, okay? So you see much more than other normal people in this period of time, even going forward in 2019, where you see the broader scope of things, guys. And you will be able to measure and judge things differently because of your vision that's kind of coming to the land or coming to the earth from a much higher level. Okay, so which means that things that seems bad or unpleasant in a very short term are seen as good when the whole wider picture of that is understood, guys. Okay, so this is what it is all about, and please bear that in mind. Okay, so even if things are not happening in the right way, you will know why it's not happening. Because your vision, your understanding, your spiritualism is coming from a much higher level and down to the 3D. That is enabling you to see things from a wider and different perspective. And that is because, again, please understand that the transit of this long term planet of Neptune, it is not really an event, but it is a process, which means a process that continues over a long period of time, unlike an event that happens in one particular day or days or month and then finishes off. You guys are going through this process of spiritual enlightenment and being heightened every day as things are moving for you. Okay, now this long term process is bringing in a string of many events and it's all connecting one to the other, which means, guys, your dream life is going to be very active and you should pay special attention to those dreams that will be very significant and very revelatory because your ESP, or what I call as the extrasensory perception faculties, are getting very strong and stronger as days are going, where your intuition is becoming more reliable this year than in the previous years because of Neptune, who is receiving the better aspects from the other planets to give more push and jolt to your intuitive self. Okay, if that makes sense to you guys, what I just said. Now, ESP, this term, extrasensory perception, a normal human being, that I would say people in general would use that, maybe, I don't know really, but let me guess, maybe 10% or 15% ESP. But in you guys, this ESP or extrasensory perception faculties have opened up, are opening up so much that you guys will be able to use that faculty maybe close to 70%, I'm guessing. Okay, so that is the kind of enlightenment and heightened sensations of intuitiveness that is coming into your area in your life in the year 2019. Good job, guys. I think this is an excellent period for you. Okay, Aries. So make the most use of it, and don't fall back on this ESP kind of a thing, because I think this is becoming really wider and more focused as days in 2019 are going to carry on. Now, for the month of February, your health is much improved this month, but it still needs more attention. Okay, so enhance the health. Okay, enhance your health. Do some massages, because Mars, the ruler of your horoscope, has been in your sign since January the 1st, and he will be sitting there until February the 14th, which is, of course, talking about your health aspect. Okay, so take care of this. Okay, now, Aries, you guys always tend to rush, and you will be rushing more now, because haste, again, remember, if you're rushing, it can lead, or haste can lead you to arguments and accidents. Okay, so be mindful on the physical plane when you're rushing. Be especially mindful, I would say, from the 11th to the 14th of February, because Mars travels with Uranus at that point in time. Okay, so be very careful while you're walking on the road, because you guys are always in a rush. Y'all are in a haste. Y'all are always moving from one to the other. But if you are doing that in this period, please take care from the 11th to the 14th, I repeat, of February 2019. Okay. Now, there are interesting and happy financial development in February for you, because on the 3rd, Venus, your financial and love planet, crosses the midheaven point, which is damn good. The midheaven, I think I have explained in some other zodiac reading, that is the highest point in the chart and perhaps the most powerful point in the horoscope part. Okay, now, because your financial planet is going to be sitting there, Venus will be exercising her influence all the more, which will, of course, cast spells on your increased earnings too. Okay, so your financial wealth looks good. In addition, your ruling planet Mars will move into your money house on the 14th, and that too will bring about a good personal focus for you as far as your financial area of your life is concerned. Okay, you will have enough money to spend on yourself, because you adopt, or you will be adopting, an image of prosperity. People will see you this way. Okay, because of your um, kind of focus on this, or Venus sitting in your money house. Okay, that's what it's going to bring for you. Now, this period is good for your career. It's good for your professional reputation, guys. It will enhance your earnings, so financially you guys don't have to worry at all. Okay, now, I would say your financial decisions will be good, and that is happening again because of Venus, who is going to be sitting in Capricorn from the 3rd of February onwards. Okay, so Venus and Capricorn together will enhance your financial decisions, which will be good. And this is also a very good time to set up your budget, long term budget, savings, investment plans, and also to build wealth on a long term basis. Okay, so good job, guys. I'm happy that your financial part is taken care of in the month of February. Now, Venus, while crossing your midheaven point for Aries, that's I told you on the top of your horoscope, the chart, is good for your love life too. Okay, it will show me, or it shows me, that love and social opportunities will come to you as you pursue your career goals at the same time. Okay, so love and career, these two things are going to move together simultaneously in the month of February. Love is high on your agenda this month, guys. Aries, good for you, good job. Because just as in finance, you are more prudent, remember, in affairs of the heart as well. Like I said, your career and your love together are moving together simultaneously, and you will have to balance this equation very well. Okay? Now, Aries, you guys, this month you definitely will favor successful people, powerful people, and people who will be able to help you in your career. You will be meeting those kind of people too. Single Aries could be tempted by relationships of convenience these days, please. Okay, understand this. Love for you, Aries, is on a very practical level, more than any emotional. There is a romantic or social opportunity with an authority figure in your life on the 17th or the 18th, okay? Now, Saturn, your teacher, the stern teacher, has been in your 10th house of career since last year, Aries. So your career advances will be good, and it will depend on your merit. What is the work that you have put in, how much effort you have put in, because Saturn is monitoring that part, okay? So take care to not substitute your merit, okay? You please stick on to your good job, do it with honesty, do it with keeping your honest self in the right place as far as your career is concerned in the month of February. Okay. Now, on the 19th, the sun enters your spiritual 12th house and will stay there for the rest of the month, which is a good time again, Aries, to focus more on your spiritual practice if you can. Okay. This is a period where spiritual breakthroughs are more likely to happen, and your personal creativity will also be highly inspired in the month of February 2019. So, all in all, if you ask me, February 2019 for Aries looks to be perfect. I mean, I don't see anything wrong as such, but certain areas will definitely have to be looked into, will have to be taken care of, because definitely there would be period of concerns, there would be couple of stuff that will happen. And now we come back to our reading, and here my table is full of cards. Okay, I don't know why it is so, but let's go into the reading. Okay, now as far as February 2019 guys are concerned, for the Aries, you'll definitely seem to be very anxious, okay, because you guys are apprehending some kind of failure in your life, you're apprehending some kind of deception. These are all apprehensions. You're also apprehending disappointment, despair at the same time. Okay, but again, this card for me is a very spiritual card as well. Even though on the whole, this card may not be a nice card to read as such for somebody, but at the same time, I don't know if you can see the owl sitting behind here, and the owl is always talking about birth and death, because the owl is a spiritual one. Okay, it's a spiritual bird, and whenever the owl shows up, for me it's a major transformation in your life that is calling for some kind of death and some kind of birth as well. So like at the same time, if you ask me, in your current self, even though you're going through these major negative traits in your life that's causing you not to sleep at night, that's waking you up, that's giving you nightmares, that's keeping you awake, maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. But at the same time, the owl sitting behind the swords is calling for a birth and a death situation in your current self. What you need to keep and what you need to let go of is the message. Would you want to hold on to the disappointment? Would you want to hold on to the despair, to the anxiousness, to your fear of failure? Or would you just want to let them go and be happy to wait and see what happens in your life? Okay, so this card has kind of got double meaning in here. So that's the reason I have said that, because at this point in time, guys, with all these things happening at the same time, what is happening to you is that my spirit, my guide, my angels, they are asking you really not to be rushing forward under any conditions, not at this point in time. Okay, please do not rush forward at this point in time, because if you hold on, like I said, what you need to keep and what you need to let go, that will end your troubles, because you will be able to see things from a wider and broader perspective because of your spiritual self, and that will end your trouble by itself. It will end your adversities, it will end your disappointment and your toil in life that you have been going through at this point in time, which is, of course, keeping you awake in the middle of the night. Okay? But again, this is the guidance. This is what my spirit has given me to let you guys know that it's what it is that I have just told you. And if you follow this, definitely you will be a much better, happier person in the days to come. But this is what it is in your current self in the month of February 2019, guys. Okay? Now, the theme of the month is, of course, I have got 3 cards with justice in the middle. Okay? So I'm going to go through every card one by one, and then we can kind of wrap up and talk about the entire 3 cards and what is the message on all the 3 cards that has come to my table. Now, the theme of the month, guys, is vigilance. Okay, you definitely have to be vigilant, of course. But at the same time, take some time for yourself, retreat, have your solitude, have your space. Okay? Go into the hermit mode. It's not a card that spells the word hermit, but the pose, the posture of this man on the coffin is talking about that of the hermit. Okay? So go into an exile for yourself, take some time, meditate, contemplate, reflect, whatever you have to do on decisions that is probably keeping you awake in the night in your current self. Okay, so that is what you need to work upon in this particular time frame as your theme of the month, by doing that kind of work that is going to help you going forward. At the same time, the card that you have in the middle here is calling for justice, which is calling for equity, it's calling for rightness, it's calling for executions of your decisions in a very truthful and honest way. Okay, so that is what, of course, you need to reflect, contemplate, work upon in the month of February 2019, because that's a very, very important part of yourself that is definitely going through some kind of crisis that needs to be resolved in this period of time, or else that's going to give you trouble going forward, guys. And at the same time, I have another card, and this card has come to me as the theme too, but it's come to me in the reverse here, which is calling for stimulated enjoyment. Okay, even though you know that you are not feeling all that energetic or that you want to rest, it's good, of course. Make time management or organize your time management. Okay, but at the same time, have fun. Okay, have fun. Go for stimulated enjoyment in the literal sense. You can go for outside your house areas with your friends for a party, just a coffee meet, a movie, whatever that gives you a stimulated enjoyment. Okay, you could even indulge in some creative actions like in writing compositions. You could exchange letters with anybody, so things that is going to bring back a little bit of balance in your life. That will be your theme. So basically, now if I look at the three cards in here, take, like I said, do some time organization, some time management to give yourself that respite, to meditate, to contemplate, to reflect upon the problem areas of your life that needs you to go back in yourself, do some soul searching, go into exile, do whatever. Take time in solitude, okay, but at the same time, do it justfully. Whatever you have to do, give it the right justice. And at the same time, even while you're having fun or going in for some stimulated excitement in your life in whatever way that I said, that too, please make sure you are giving it complete justice by not ignoring things which is important to you, but at the same time, you're making time for yourself to go into these two phases at the same time. So your theme of the month is going to be quite a challenge, guys. Okay, so you have to, like I said, have time for both. Okay, have time for both, but whatever you do it in the right way and do justice to both these areas of your life in the theme as the month of February, because at this point in time, you are definitely trying, or your energy level is to give birth to certain things in your life that you probably did not kind of give birth before, because now you happen to know the lighter side of the truth. You want to enjoy the public rejoice too at the same time. Okay, so it's kind of a good energy, but at the same time, you are working on the lighter side of the truth because of your vision. Your vision that I said, because of your spiritual planet, the vision has kind of enhanced for you to not take every matter very seriously. Okay, so some portion of your life can be dedicated to a lighter side of things. That's not going to be definitely very serious, that's going to keep you awake. So mix and match of both the situations. Pay attention to the heavier or the heavy duty affairs, and also at the same time accelerate yourself or push yourself on the lighter side of things to have fun and to get some stimulations out of it. So it's an energy that crosses again, as I said, both the sides of yourself as the theme in the month of February 2019. Good job, guys. It's a challenge, but definitely if you can organize yourself in the right way, you can definitely have fun with it. Okay, it's how you look into it. Now your key goal of the month, I've got 5 cards in here, Aries. Okay, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I had to take all the 5 cards definitely. The key goal of the month is you calling for strength, guys. You're calling back for your power, you're calling back for your energy, you're calling back for your action, for your courage. Okay, everything. And why you're calling back, it is because now you want the world. You want to enjoy the world. You want to enjoy, you want to celebrate, you want to rejoice, you want to manifest what you have to manifest in the right way because of this card in here. And that is talking to me about everything, your karma too at the same time, which is giving you assured success because of the strength. It's giving you a direction towards your life. It's giving you a change, a place that you want to probably go forward to. your next phase of your life, or the dreams that you're going to have, that's going to kind of enlighten your dreams, your visions, that is going to come forward to you in the month of February 2019, because of the strength, because of the courage that you are having in yourself, which is what you are going forward with. And you know why? Because now you are actually at the same time, you're looking for that stability, for the comfort, for the security, for the fun of a family domestic situation, at the same time of your comfort, of your security and stability, the most important part in your key goal for the month, because of the strength card in here, because of the world card in here. And at the same time, you guys are also taking decisions in the rightful way to choose the door that's going to give you all these beautiful energies at the same time, to kind of bring a harmony to your life, to kind of carry you forward in the right journey towards the right path. That's what I would like to say with this beautiful card in here, that's calling for reflection of the right path. It's calling for your imagination in the right way. It's calling for you to use your sentiment in the right way, to see things in the right way. Okay? Because that's what you're going to do. That's what you're attempting to do. That's going to bring back your joy. That's going to bring back your fulfillment. That's going to bring back your happiness. That's what you're reflecting on. That's what you're imagining upon. And that's what your sentiment is very practically being imposed upon, if that's what I would like to say here. Okay, so that's what you're going to do as your key goal for the month of February 2019, guys. And I think it's a very good energy as the key goal. It's a lot of cards, but I had to take it because every card is, to me, it has a significant message for you. And I'm going to go back after I finish reading the last card as your key goal, to avoid any kind of evil or fear or suspicion in your life, or even kind of some suspense that is kind of irritating you in any area of your life, that's creating a mistrust. Okay, so you are basically now, if I look at all these cards together, guys, see what you guys are doing. You're calling out for the strength in the right way, and that is why what you're doing. It is because you definitely want to manifest every happiness in your world, which is of course going to bring back your stability, your comfort, and your security, where you're contemplating and reflecting upon choosing the wise and the right way. Okay, choosing the wise and the right way towards your freedom, towards your practical approaches, towards your sentimental issues, everything in the right possible way, to negate the fear, the evil, the suspicion that you're having, or the mistrust that you already had in your life, to erase that. That's what you're doing. This is the final card, and all these actions you guys are doing is just to negate this energy out from yourself in the month of February 2019, guys. Okay, which is damn good, and I see this as a very good again. And what are you guys aiming for? You all are definitely aiming for the Nine of Pentacles, and that Nine of Pentacles is again going to bring back your safety, your security, your success, whatever you have accomplished in life or you are attempting to accomplish in life. Okay, everything that you basically want in life. Okay, so moving away the negative part from your key goal to go forward towards your positive side of the story. And that's your key goal for the month of February 2019. Now, as far as your obstacle is concerned, again guys, I've got 3 cards in here. I've got 3 to 4 cards in every place, and I don't know why. But again, as I said, it's come to me for a reason, so I had to take it. As an obstacle, you have the 2 of Cups. And again, as an obstacle, the 2 of Cups is talking about love, is talking about passion, is talking to me about an union, it's talking to me about sexual relations as well, okay? But that's coming to me as an obstacle. And let me see why it is showing up as an obstacle in this portion of your reading that I have to know. And it is because what I see here is the next card that you have. Okay, and that's your reverse card in here, guys, and that's your 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so on one hand we are talking about love, relationships, sexual relationships, friendships. In the middle we are talking about a reverse card, which is talking about disorder. It's talking about chaos in your life, some kind of a ruined situation, and some kind of a discord situation as well in the middle, okay? Plus at the same time, these are coming up as an obstacle in my reading here, reading in here, okay? At the same time, guys, you have another card as an obstacle in the upright, and that is talking to me about your vice, your weakness, some kind of ugliness, perversity, some kind of corruption at the same time, okay? So therefore, now if you look into all of these at the same time, guys, what do you make out of here? Okay, love, vice, corruption, sexual relationships, everything, these two, if you don't work and balance these 2 cards in the right way, can lead you towards some kind of ruin, disorder, or chaos in your life. Okay, so you will have to balance your love in the right way, and you will also have to work on your vice or corruption or evil in the right way, or else these 2 as obstacles will lead you towards your chaos, disorder, and a kind of a ruined situation if you do not know how to work on these 2 issues at the right way, in the right way at the right time. Okay, as an obstacle, and let's see a clarifier. And please do things, whatever you're doing, please do them with patience, guys. Don't rush towards it. Okay, have patience with your love, have patience with your vice or with your corruption. Okay, don't rush towards them, because if you do, you're going to create disorder, chaos, and a ruined situation in your life in the month of February 2019. So please, Aries, take a stalemate position on these 2 aspects, at least for the month of February 2019, guys. Have patience for yourself. Have patience on these areas. Have patience using your wisdom, because you have gone through trials on these areas before. You don't want to repeat them again. Do the sacrifice in the right way that you have to do, using your intuition, your divination, and your prophecy in the right way on these 2 areas of your life. Very, very important. I have to show you the card again. Okay, on these 2 areas of your life. And this card has come to me in the middle, and this card on this side, and this is my clarifier, guys. So have patience, use your wisdom in the right way, use your prophetic intelligence, I would say, in the right way, and take and leave what you have to take and what you have to leave, Aries. for the month of February 2019, because this is calling out for a definite challenge again in your life in this point. That's why I said a lot of cards have come to me at this point in time, which is definitely took me by surprise as well, Aries. But it's come to me for a reason, and that is the reason we have to talk about them. Okay. Now, at this point, what you need to avoid in the month of February 2019, guys, you definitely need to avoid any kind of being content with certain things. Oh, you know what? This is happening in my life. This is good. I'm very contented, So be content, but again, don't be over content with things, okay? But adhere more to your truth and loyalty, okay? You have to avoid making mistakes and imperfections in your life anymore. Okay, so that's what you need to avoid in the month of February 2019. The mistakes that you have already made, and you know that, okay? So avoid repeating those mistakes and avoid making those imperfections or bringing those imperfections back into your life in the month of February 2019, because you definitely have to use your wisdom and your intelligence at this point in time to work in the right way, or else things again are going to go out of control for you. Okay, so avoid that, what I just said, but please bring your intelligence and wisdom and prophetic and divination back in yourself in the right way. And that's what you need to do, and avoid what you have to avoid for yourself in the month of February 2019. And what I just said, please heed to that, and things should work out for you in the right directions, okay? Now, what you need to embrace, Aries, you will have to embrace some kind of duplicity, unfortunately. You will also have to embrace some kind of disloyalty. That's what I said to you before I started the reading, that things that seems bad for you, or things that did not work out for you, may seem to be really bad, but because you are gaining that wisdom and you're being able to see on a wider perspective of things that didn't happen, of things that could have happened, or whatever it is, from a very, very higher perspective and broader perspective. And that is what you need to do in this month of February, guys, because Aries are very straightforward, blunt. Okay, so you definitely have to avoid being that. Embrace a little bit of disloyalty. I'm sorry to say that. Be smart, okay? Be street smart. That's what it is, okay? Have some kind of tactful sense in you. At this point, you need that, okay? You need a little bit of duplicity or duplicity in your life at this point in time to overcome and override certain situations, because when you are too straightforward and too blunt with certain things in your life, you could also end up destroying those areas. So you need to have this little bit of trait, good or bad, it's difficult to say, but at the same time, this is definitely a much needed trait for you at this point in time because of this man in here, the King of Cups. And that is what this particular little trait is going to bring you back, okay? It's going to bring you back the fair game. It's going to bring you back a fairness in you, a man who means business above all, towards, and is bent towards his divinity, and it's bent towards his responsibilities to oblige people they love. Okay, so therefore, please use your creative intelligence, I would say, and your artfulness in this period of time to bring back this man in your life. And that's what you need to embrace in the month of February 2019, guys. Okay, so please keep that in mind at this point in time. And again, where will you find support, guys? You will I've got what? I've got three cards in here for sure. Okay, so where are you going to find your support? You're going to find your support. The first card that I've got is in the reverse, of course, and she is again the Queen of Wands. So you're going to find support in this place by being serviceable. Okay, people are going to be serviceable to you. You're going to be serviceable to people. Definitely, it's calling for a good energy. It's calling for you as a person who is obliging. His or she is economical at this point. Okay, but at the same time, there is a bit of deceit, there is a bit of jealousy, there is a bit of opposition and infidelity in her as well, in the reverse part. Okay, but again, like I said, mix and match of yourself this month, guys. That's your challenge. Mix and match your emotions. You cannot be straightforward, blunt, honest, and truthful at this point in time completely. That's what the cosmic world is calling out for in the Aries. Okay, so somewhere you have to use your duplicity in a very tactful way, and that's where you're going to find your support to bring back your energy to this beautiful harmony of your love, of your happiness, of your fulfillment, of your joy, of everything that you are looking for. And that's where you're going to find your support again by doing what? By killing everything else that's not manifesting the right result for you, by killing your 10 of sword energy, guys, to let the cup, to let the sun rise. Okay, to let yourself be free from these 10 swords that's been pricking you for so long. You don't need that anymore. Okay, so please take the advantage of these moments in your life to bring in your success, your favor, and your profit at the same time. Okay, also I would say also use this is where you're going to find your power and your authority at the same time if you can do these three things successfully at the same time in the month of February 2019, guys, because that's a very important part of your learning lessons at this point in time. Okay, because you definitely have to keep in mind, again, you will be severe with certain situations but yet tolerant. Again, there is a vice versa or a crisscross energy. You have to be severe but tolerant with situations. So Aries, this month, February, if you ask me, your main challenges, guys, is this. Okay, and again, your major accomplishment this month, guys, is this beautiful card over here. Okay, and this card is definitely a nice card again, but again, it's calling for haste, guys. So your major accomplishment would be if you can stop the haste. Okay, don't haste, don't rush towards anything I said, because this month is not going to work for you if you're rushing towards things. But this will be your major accomplishment, guys. Okay, you will definitely feel like a messenger. You will feel you want to rush. You will feel you want to take hold of certain things. You know, you're like obligated to those things. You're making your advances towards some kind of propositions, towards some kind of invitations, towards whatever in your life. Okay, but again, don't be in a haste. This will be your major accomplishment for the month of February 2019, guys. Okay, do that in a wise manner. Lift yourself up only till so much that you have to lift yourself. Okay, don't rush forward to bring back everything at this point in time that you will be carrying. Don't do that, guys, because you definitely need to preserve your energy also at the same time. Okay, so do only as much as you have to do. Okay, take as many steps in this month as you have to do. That is very, very important to you. Don't go overboard, because Aries, again, you'll definitely have that strength and that energy most of the time to go overboard. But in this period, please do not, because you will face difficulties and you will have situations that could turn out to be contrary for you. What you had imagined will not happen. So that will be your major accomplishment if you can do these things in the right way. Don't rush, take your time. Okay, go as you have to go. Take the steps with measured and calculative actions in your life. That's what I would like to say for the month of February 2019. And as far as my spirit is asking me to let you know, guys, where is that you are going to find your rightful support, guys? And you will find your rightful support in, again, 4 areas of your life. I'm going to go with them one by one. Find your support in what excites you, in your taste, in your inclination, in your attachment, in your seductions. Okay, or even in areas of where you have to be a little deceitful, where you have to use deception and things like that. That's where you're going to find your support. Mix and match of your emotions this month, Aries. 2019 February, that's very, very important for you. Mix and match of your emotions. That's what my spirit is telling me all this time, and all this while that I'm reading out these cards for you is giving me that same message over and over again. So take your time to reflect upon these, okay? You will definitely find your support in departing from situations that's no longer serving you, by remaining absent in places that's not going to bring you excitement anymore, okay? You will definitely also find your support if you're planning on changing your residence or going somewhere else or planning a vacation or anything. That's where you will definitely bring in yourself, that place of fulfillment and that place of nice, good feeling that's going to keep you excited, that's going to bring you some kind of fulfillment, that's definitely going to bring you some kind of goodness as well. Again, you will definitely find your support when you bury your difficulties. Okay, that's what I would like to say here. Bury your degradation, bury your destruction, guys. Okay, bury the dishonor that you might have gone through in the past. Bury your loss. Give it a nice RIP sign over that, okay? You don't need to go back in these energies anymore, because if you keep going back in those energies over and over again, it's not going to help you. And at the same time, it's only going to bring you and pull you down, bring you more destruction and pull you down more. Okay, so that's what please keep in mind at this point in time. Another place that you will definitely find your support is here in your chance, okay, in some kind of hazard, that areas, okay, something that has probably a gift to you but you did not like it, or some hazardous situation that probably, you know, at that point in time probably did not work for you, but you know, you'll go back and see things that it happened for a reason, okay? That's where you're going to find your support in having lost what you have lost in the past. You're not going to be grieving over that, over the loss. It could be a robbery that could have happened in your house. It could have been some kind of a game that you might have lost, you know, some kind of situation that in the past has given you trouble. But now, because of your spiritual self, because of your enlightenment, because of your understanding, because of your own heightened, broadened spectrum of life that has come to you, your ESP, extrasensory perception, the faculties that's opening up for you in this period of time is definitely bringing you to the point where you are being able to reconcile with those areas of your life to say that yes, it has happened for a reason. It happened for a reason. Okay, so that's where you're going to definitely find your support, guys. And please, you are also going to find your support in your force, sometimes in your rage too. Okay, sometimes in your domination too, sometimes in your control management too, because you know what you want to control, what you don't want to control, what how much of anger you can show and what you cannot show, how much of violence you can use and what you cannot use. Okay, so keep that in mind. Of course, the animal instinct, unfortunately for Aries, this month is all about that. You have a little bit of the animal instinct too in this period, but again, that's where you're going to find your support, unfortunately or fortunately, for whatever reason. Okay, and as I explained to you, these are the areas of your support that if you look back, if you go back, but my advice to you guys, sorry, my advice to you guys would be to hold your place in the rightful manner. Okay, don't go overboard with anything at this point in time. Okay, keep a balance on your situation, because you definitely have to use certain things in the right way. Your overall judgment card is calling out for cruelty, of course. It's calling out for evil intentions, of course. It's calling out for barbarity, of course. It's calling out for breach of faith, of course. Okay? But at the same time, you have the Nine of Wands. At the same time, you're holding on to yourself. You're holding on to your defenses. You're holding on to your wisdom, because you know, you understand what is happening and why it's happening. What is the reason it's you have gone through all this period, all these trials, all these tribulations. Okay, you're holding on to those areas of your life because you definitely understand the reason why this card is signifying strength in opposition. That wraps up your entire reading, guys. It signifies strength in opposition. Because if you're attacked, Aries, you will meet the onslaught. You will definitely meet the onslaught boldly. Okay? And this is why you're holding on. You're holding on. You're signifying your strength in your opposition as well. Strength in opposition. That is what it is all about in the month of February 2019. This one card signifies your reading, tells me about everything that is going on in your life, opposition, as well as yourself at the same point in time. Your strength and your opposition. What you are doing in this entire month of February has all been communicated to me and to you through this card in here. Okay, so keep these areas of focus in your mind, please, Aries, at this point in time. You definitely need to understand, need to know, need to learn. We all have to go through different lessons in life for a different reason. And again, take it in the right way and work with yourself in the most beautiful way that you can. With this, God bless you. Namaste, goodbye, Khuda Hafiz, and see you once again very soon.